Ooh, now I'm angry. Now that's what I'm talking about, you fucking game. Is that the way you like it? That's the way you're gonna get it. Power glove power. Power pad power. Laser scope power. U-force power. Rolling rocker power.
So there's two different shows, both coexisting and both still going on to this very day. Does that mean I have to watch Super Sentai also? Absolutely. But it also sounds like Kamen Rider, which is from the same creator. Basically, if you have a bunch of people in motorcycle suits flipping around in the air with explosions, lasers, and sparks shooting all over, you know the deal. The deal is, it's fucking awesome. Ever seen Spectre-Man? Dude, that shit is crazy. How about the Toei Spider-Man? Yeah, it's Spider-Man with giant robots. Then there's Ultraman, which is pretty much where it all started. That was 1966, and the Ultra series is still going on today also. It was created by Eiji Tsuburaya, the special effects pioneer who we have to thank for making Godzilla. Godzilla once fought alongside an Ultraman-type character called Jet Jaguar, and Godzilla appeared in many Zone Fighter episodes, along with other characters from the Godzilla franchise, including Gigan and King Ghidorah. The same Japanese superhero genre which spawned Power Rangers is intertwined with the Godzilla franchise. And if we haven't opened up a big enough can of worms already, these franchises fall under the umbrella term Tokusatsu. This is a mother genre which generally includes any films that rely heavily on special effects, such as giant monster movies, of course, which I've always known as Daikaiju films. Then you have human-sized monster films like The Manster, superhero series like Super Sentai, space films like Green Slime, mecha series which are about giant robots controlled by people like Gunhead, the Giant Robo series, and even this crosses over into the Godzilla franchise with characters such as Mecha Godzilla and Mecha Ghidorah, and then you take it a step further with Combiner Robots, which plays a big part in Power Rangers. It's robots that come together to form bigger robots, like Voltron and Transformers, and now we're getting into animation. Anime! Holy fuck! This is bad for me. You know that, right? Like, when it comes to this stuff, I can't stop. I'm like an alcoholic. I was doing good, but now I'm over my head. The movie has some parts that are scary for children, but the book, check this out. So the woodman raised his axe, and as the wildcat ran by, he gave it a quick blow that cut the beast's head clean off from its body, and it rolled over at his feet in 2 pieces. The Tin Man is killing things with its axe. In the movie, he's always holding that axe, and it makes you wonder, what's he gonna do with that axe? Well, in the book, he actually uses it in all the ways you'd imagine. He seized his axe, which he had made very sharp, and as the leader of the wolves came on, the Tin Woodman swung his arm and chopped the wolf's head from its body so that it immediately died. As soon as he could raise his axe, another wolf came up, and he also fell under the sharp edge of the Tin Woodman's weapon. There were 40 wolves, and 40 times a wolf was killed, so that at last they all lay dead in a heap before the Woodman. The Tin Man has a body count. And that's not all. The Scarecrow kills just as much. The King Crow flew at the Scarecrow, who caught it by the head and twisted its neck until it died. And then another crow flew at him, and the Scarecrow twisted its neck also. There were 40 crows, and 40 times the Scarecrow twisted a neck until at last all were lying dead beside him. Could you imagine the brainless Scarecrow with that dopey look on his face, breaking the necks of 40 crows one at a time? The ape gets loose in South Korea, picks up a girl, fights the military, all that stuff. But the best moment is when the ape smashes a helicopter and then gives the finger. The middle finger! He flips the bird! It comes out of nowhere. Nothing else like that happens. It's incredible. When you see the real octopus, it's obvious that it's authentic. There was actually 4 of them, and I don't know if it's true, but there's some trivia out there that the special effects director, A.G. Tsuburaya, ate one of them. Well, he sure got a lot of use out of that, didn't he? His dinner was one of Kong's opponents. Could you imagine being able to say, I eat my special effects? Stan Winston ain't got shit. That T-Rex from Jurassic Park was pretty awesome, but did he eat it? Probably not. Tsuburaya, man, fucking eats that shit! Whoa, what's happening here? Tails was here for a second, and now the game is beating itself up.
It's fucking up! Take cover!
You can move the camera angle, but if there's anything in your way, the camera stops, as if there's physically a camera that exists which bangs into everything. My mom always said, life was like a box of shit. You're always gonna get shit. Wait, you can't be serious. He's pointing at a wall! You know what, kid? How about you find the dog? Put up some posters. That boy's gotta think. You got a pet, you got a responsibility. If your dog gets lost, you don't stand there pointing at a wall. You get your ass out there and you find that fucking dog! Why is it when you fall in the water you disappear or fall through the ocean floor? What other game can you think of where you fall in the water and end up in the sky? And sometimes Sonic just completely spazzes out. I changed my mind. This game's awesome.
Tonight, on America's Most Mysterious, a series of murders near the northern Louisiana state line raises an unusual theory. Locals believe the victims were killed by a supernatural creature that roams the area. If you combine the state names into an acronym, it spells Memel. On March 3rd, 1993, Robert Jones captured this image on videotape. Is this a hoax? Or could it be the only known existing footage of Memel?
You know, as we're moving along through the states, I really got more and more excited, and I thought that she would grasp onto something. And
this is our honeymoon. This is not like a bored Thursday night and the destination is Louisiana and that's it.
The destination was Louisiana, but little did they know it would be her final destination. When we come back, cryptozoologists analyze the Memel tape, and another sighting leaves police baffled when America's Most Mysterious continues.
Oh, go down the steps. There's like a thing. You go in there.
This way?
I guess. I don't know.
What? Did that just happen? Did that seriously just happen? Is that what you wanted me to say? Yeah. That is great. That's fucking great. So he pretty much says every possible variation. Beam us up, Scotty. Scotty, beam us up. Scotty, beam me up. But wait, oh no. He doesn't say, beam me up, Scotty. Fuck you. This town is like one great big pussy just waiting to get fucked. So anyway, you're supposed to take the red pill, then sound off an alarm to call an ape over. And I looked it up and confirmed that this is exactly what you're supposed to do. The ape will come into the room just in time to see you collapse. He'll think you're dead, he'll take you to the morgue, and that's where you wake up and escape. Pretty elaborate, but hey, should be easy, right? Well, guess what? The ape won't come in. I tried taking the pill before I hit the switch, after I hit the switch, I tried standing by the door, I even went outside the door. But there's no ape. I'm just faking my own death for my own amusement. Just an asshole in a room falling on the floor again and again. Somebody come in and watch me die. Somebody. Oh shit, take the pill, oh! Oh, the only planet this game came from is Uranus! Oh, this game is a madhouse! A madhouse! Oh, you damn dirty game designers! You maniacs! You fucked it up! Damn you! Damn you all to hell! Oh, that's it. I'm going back to Earth! This scene is so great, it's no wonder why everyone spoiled it. In the internet age, it's impossible to avoid, so you gotta go back to simpler times, back when VHS was all there was. Back then, you wouldn't know the ending. Nobody would spoil it for you. It wasn't plastered all over everything, not on a website or a book cover or a DVD or oh no. You finally did it! You maniacs! You spoiled it! What next? You gonna spoil Citizen Kane, Empire Strikes Back, Sixth Sense, Psycho, Fight Club? You fucked it up! Damn you! Damn you all to hell! You want to take control of your listening experience and select your own songs. It's like being your own radio station. Nowadays, that's extremely easy to do, but before the digital age, it was not. Yep, this is one of those back in my day stories. We had mixtapes. This is when you'd queue up the original tape or CD and record the songs you want onto a blank audio cassette, or your brother or sister's audio cassette because you're an asshole or whatever. This meant you had to sit there and listen to everything in real time, but once it's all done, you'd have a playlist that's continuous, except whenever you'd have to flip the cassette over to side B. Oh, and that was the worst, when you'd be recording a song and the tape would end, so then do you keep half the song or do you just start fresh on the other side? This whole process was similar to editing my own movies on 2 VCRs. You put something in order and then you sit back and watch or listen to all the work you just did. Eventually, they made recordable CDs for consumers, and when computers got good enough, it became possible to mix your own custom CDs. But even then, not everybody had CD players in their cars, and when they did, it was still a pain carrying all that physical media around. When you're swapping CDs and leaving them lying around in your car, they'd get scratched and they wouldn't work anymore, so you had to keep them organized. I had one of those binders that was heavier than a phone book. Wow, phone books, that's another thing that's long gone. Then came the iPod, so you can bring all your music on something that's smaller than your hand and access any of the songs without swapping discs. But still, there was always the question of how to get the music to play from the iPod to the car. I had a car with a CD player, but no auxiliary input. So for the iPod, I had to use this shitty radio transmitter. You plug it into the iPod, and it sends out a signal that you're supposed to tune into your radio with. It never worked well, and no matter which frequency you tried, there's always static and it sounded like crackling ass. So I ended up buying an older car with a cassette deck just so I could use a cassette adapter to play my damn iPod. And now cars all have auxiliary input, USB, and even Bluetooth, which is amazing. Now I just play the music wirelessly from my phone. So we're good now to satisfy all our playlist cravings. As much as iTunes pisses me off with all those constant updates and changing the whole interface every other week, I still can't live without it. So let me share with you some of my playlists. All you gotta do is get the songs in your digital library, recreate the list, and you can listen along with me. Every version of these magnification light things seem to try to top the other. This one, called the Handy Boy, was released by STD? STD? Who in their right mind would name their game company STD? There is the Game Boy Pocket Sonar, so if you bring a Game Boy on a fishing trip, you can detect fish up to 65 feet underwater. The Game Boy Color had a mobile phone adapter and a sewing machine. I repeat, a sewing machine that came with a game cart where you choose a sewing pattern and then the machine sews the pattern. There were also Game Boy shoes. Big platform shoes with spaces to fit your Game Boy Color. Yeah, you look so fucking awesome. But then, to top it off, the grand finale. I'm not even emotionally ready to tell you about this. So just sit back. Here it is. The Petty Sedate. This thing was intended for hospitals to help children relax when they're about to be put under for surgery or medical procedure. Essentially, it's a pair of headphones that you plug into the Game Boy. You could probably plug it into any portable gaming console, but more importantly, it has a cup that goes over the child's mouth and releases the sleep gas or laughing gas or whatever it is they need. So it's the only gaming peripheral I know of that gasses you. Imagine being sedated while playing fucking Dr. Mario. What would that be like? Oh my god, I was gonna make up a bunch of fake shit at the end, like the Game Boy dog turd collector. But nothing I can make up can top this. And this thing was real. I mean, it didn't get released, but it was invented and patented. The Game Boy must have been the most multi-purpose thing in existence. Astronauts actually took it into space. It could withstand bomb blasts. You could take photos, print, sew, find fish, get sedated. I want to be sedated with the Game Boy. I want to be sedated with the Game Boy. Bam, bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, bam, ba, bam. I want to be sedated with the Game Boy. Then came Mortal Kombat. I went to see it with a few friends and we all lost our minds over it. We were shouting at the screen and it was like a party. Kids in school were raving about it, running out onto the baseball field shouting, "Mortal Kombat!" Now I look back at it and think, how did I get so excited for this?
He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd. He's the angry video game nerd.
I'm done! Let me tell you something, brother. This game is the worst there is, the worst there was, and the worst there ever will be. Woo! It's a limousine fucking jet plane sucking diarrhea drinking asshole stinking hell on earth in a cartridge, and I'm gonna open up a whole can of whoop ass on it. And that's the bottom line. Because the fucking nerd said so. They say there was once a game unlike any other, that infiltrated arcades in '81 when gaming fever was hot. It captivated the youth, who lined up in a magnetic trance to play it, at a price more than any coins were worth. They would succumb to an addiction more powerful than any drug and be struck down by an illness more dreadful than any virus. Memory loss, nightmares, seizures, possibly suicide were all attributed to its ambiguous wake of terror. And then it vanished like a specter in the night. Its name was Polybius. It won't let me go. 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 It won't let me. Oh, it won't let me. Come get me. The location. It won't let me let myself. Look at the game. Look. No, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Look at it. Don't. Die. If you can keep me from getting out, I can keep you from showing yourself, you fucking game. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Just don't look. Don't look. Turn the video off right now. Once you see it, it's in you forever. Dracula, 1931, the epitome of classic chillers, the movie that started the golden age of horror, created the definitive icon of the popular vampire. Has a big piece of ripped up cardboard hanging off a lamp. How did I miss this? I guess my eyes were always focused on Dracula. But look at this thing. It's not just one shot. It's several. Every scene in the bedroom has that stupid piece of cardboard. Now that we know it's there, what's it doing?
Previously on the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Take it, you fucking game! It's a boy? I'll call you back! I gave you the money. Now give me back my son! You fuck!
Resistance is futile.
And now, the conclusion.
This game is just stealing your life away. You're stuck playing the game, but time is moving on. People are getting older, friends come and go. New music is starting to sound like shit to you. I see 2 squirrels fucking outside my basement window. Oh, now there's a new baby squirrel already. I could have spent all this time watching that documentary about left-handed mattress makers, and you could have had a better hobby, like running around the woods sniffing wolves' assholes. Could you imagine getting close enough to a wolf to sniff its asshole? Let's play the fucking game. It's finally happened. For years, I've been calling games ass. But here is a game that's literally ass!
I'm really sorry, nerd. I thought you would have loved a game that was ass.
And why would I love that?
Because you're a piece of shit. No! Stop!
What? Jizz? A popular style of freeform wailing music? Jizz. Yeah, there is jizz in this book. Huh. Jizz Wailer? A musician who plays a fast, contemporary, and upbeat style of music. Jizz Wailer. It's in Star Wars. There's nothing like a bunch of goofy assholes telling you how to add numbers together as they pretend to spazzing dinosaurs there.
Oh, hi.
And why do they feature a dinosaur anyway? It makes no sense. Imagine coming home from school and having to actually play this shit for homework. Wow, could you imagine the conversation on the bus ride to school Monday morning? Some kid's talking about some awesome dinosaur game, Dino Crisis, that he rented from Blockbuster. And then the other kid's like, oh yeah, I played a dinosaur game too. Oh yeah? Like what? Like Jurassic Park? No. Primal Rage? No. Oh yeah, you must mean Turok. No, not that. Well, what game was it? Math on the Move? And then everyone laughs at you, including the bus driver. Practice mode is just as pointless. You sit and watch math problems, and they give you the answer.
57.
What's this teaching me? That my patience is running thin? This is something that could have been a VHS tape, not a PlayStation game. Oh my god, it's so bad. The PlayStation's soiled, it's unclean, it's broken. I don't even want it in my house anymore. Yeah, I know, the amount of PlayStation consoles may seem superfluous, but you'd be astonished at how many times I've had to cleanse my dwelling of begrimed and impure consoles tainted by shitty games. Buckle up, fuckaroos! Do the Mario, take one step, and then again, come on!